What's up everybody? So today we're going to do the second video of the three-part series of the premium auto styling pre-cut overlays. So we're going to do the rear reflectors now. So here they are stock, obviously red. They don't light up, they don't do anything. So we are going to use the pre-cut vinyls and put, I think they're 50% tint over them. So here we got the spread, we got everything we need. Here are the pre-cut vinyls, they're 50% tint like I said. And then here's another video that we're gonna do later of the amber deletes, but we've got our bottle. We're gonna fill this up with just a little bit of soap and water just to wipe down the surface. We got our squeegee, towels to wipe down. We don't need the blade on this one, but we will need it for the amber deletes. And we got our heat gun. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you haven't watched the first video of this series, we're gonna go ahead and spray it with some soap and water and clean it off real quick. Just wipe it down, make sure we got a clean surface to work on because you don't want anything getting trapped underneath. And it looks like we're pretty good to go. So now that we've sprayed it down and cleaned the surface, we're gonna spray a little bit more on it, get that wet, and then get the vinyl wet on the back side if I can peel it off. There we go. Spray that down a little bit, just like you would with regular tint for your windows. Now the key is to get this lined up perfectly, because I did not get the ones lined up on my front perfectly, and there was a little bit showing on the edges that I didn't want. So now we're pretty much ready just to start working it down onto the reflector. And this one looks like it's going to be a lot easier than the fog lights, because the fog lights were pretty freaking difficult. I did not enjoy it. Alright, so now that we've pretty much got it all on and there are no bubbles in the center, we're basically just going to be working these fingers out with this heat gun and make sure we got a smooth surface. So you want to warm up your heat gun a little bit, and you don't need to apply a lot of heat on this. You really just need to turn it on real quick and then turn it off, because this material is going to heat up very quickly. You do not need a lot of heat. But alright, there we go. We have the finished product for the first one. I think this turned out way better than the fog lights did, so go back and watch the fog light video. That was my first time ever installing pre-cut vinyls, and this is just 20 times easier and better than my first install. So I think definitely do the reflectors, the rear reflectors first. It's the easiest, and it'll give you that basic skill, and then move on to the harder ones, such as the amber deletes where you do have to trim, and then the fog lights where the bezel is pretty hard to get around. So this would definitely be the first one that I do. Alright, so I finished the second one. It's a very simple process. I want to say it took me a total of just, I don't know, 30 minutes after everything, like getting everything prepped and actually doing it. Although this is my second time doing it, so I have a better understanding of what to do. It's a pretty easy process. So again, I would recommend this as the very first one to do, besides the fog lights, do these first. If you do buy all 3 of them, do the rear reflectors first, then the fog lights, and then the amber deletes, because I know the amber deletes have way more involved than just slapping it on and squeegeeing and heating it up. On that one, you have to do cutting as well. So I would recommend this one just to get your feet wet. But overall, I think they look really good. I'm actually really excited about it. I think it really changes the back end because there's just a lot of red on the back end. Obviously you have these big bulky tail lights, and then you have these red reflectors, the red turbo badge. There's just a lot of colors. Oh, and the red third brake light. So there's just a lot going on. And it's nice to kind of get everything evened out. So I would like to buy some tint for this. I just don't know what to go with, and that one's going to be tricky because they don't have pre-cuts for this. It is just, I mean, you're doing it on your own with the roll of film, and I gotta cut out a reverse light, so we'll see. That's later down the road, but overall, I'm really happy with it, and I definitely recommend it for $11. You cannot argue with it. It is such a cheap and very awesome mod to do. So here's a backed up view of both of them now wrapped. I think they look really good. It just makes the whole rear end look really aggressive, and you don't have those rosy cheeks anymore. Overall, I'm just really excited. Stay tuned for the 3rd video, the amber deletes that we're doing. That's it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more content, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.